And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is, and he's been getting there a lot so far today.
And, Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range. The D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
Getting nauseous, right as so analyze with caution when the light hit the ice, let 100 that you. Should I mention the fact the transition is the track, no incision to the vision just to get me where I'm at? Little skateboard, he too grown, riding up and down corners in that little two-tone. It's so cold, you don't want to put a chill on it. Just stand back and just look at the grill of it. I don't, but I bet totally intensify the appeal of it. You can be jealous and bring your team out. Always got something to reach, so on here, you can fun me while I'm on my boat party, trying sunset when they say, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have it like that? You got it like that. Can I have it like that? You got it like that. Can I have it like that? You got it like that. Can I have it like that? You got it like that.
Here is Durant.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
Westbrook, a screen on Leonard. Durant dishes to Westbrook. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Splitter in at the 5 down low. Parker kicks to Duncan. 6 to shoot. Durant against Parker. And he gets the bucket. Parker's got the first points of the second half here for the Spurs.
Can't let him that close to the basket. It's almost a guaranteed finish when he gets into the paint.
Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 21.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Parker against Westbrook. Splitter with the ball. Outside, Green. Takes the 13-footer. A second chance effort. Splitter, that's good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
He's feeling it. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And that's 23 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Now, here's Green. 13 points in the game. Duncan kicks to Parker. Goes up on the wing, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got his 4th assist in this one.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Leonard against Durant. He kicks to Perkins. On the wing, Jackson. Durant, the pass to Westbrook. Here's Ibaka, and the layup falls. Ibaka's got 7 points in the game.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to close those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, there is a reason they call it Loud City. Oklahoma City, voted by NBA GMs as having the best home court advantage in the NBA. The fans are on top of you and engaged from start to finish.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. That doesn't go either for Green.
Yeah,
And the Thunder moving to OKC 6 seasons ago, they've really become part of the fabric of this community, whether it was assisting in the recovery from the big tornado, helping revitalize downtown. You see how a team can provide a rallying cry for an entire community.
Now here's Leonard. Dishes it to Parker. Pass to Duncan. It drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Duncan's got his first 2 points.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And for these Oklahoma City fans, Clark, they've certainly had it good. A team that's made the playoffs in all but their first season here. Superstar talent as well.
Yeah, you go back to that inaugural season, Kevin, in OKC, 23 wins. They've been a powerhouse ever since, and the fans now expect this team to not only contend, but to eventually bring home an NBA title.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Now here's Durant. 13 points in the game. Up top, Ibaka. Covered by Duncan. Good. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
The dish to Ginobili. High post try. The shot misses. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Jackson drives in. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Jackson. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City. Spurs have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Parker kicks to Leonard. Now the feed to split it. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the basket good. Duncan's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Westbrook with a screen for Jackson. For the lead. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. 7 lead changes already.
Now here's Duncan. And that one's good. 25 points for Parker.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And Westbrook, here we go. Goes up again, and Ibaka with the lay-in. Ibaka's got 9.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Ginobili. 10 points for him. From 11 feet away. Tries again. It counts. And the foul. That one on Perkins.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Perry Jones, who's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Reggie Jackson. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for San Antonio.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Here's Morrow. From 15 feet away, shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Kevin Durant.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Well, with Russell Westbrook, Clark missing time last season with his knee problems, Kevin Durant had to step up his game, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
And, Kevin, you know, he responded with a historic MVP season, a career high in scoring and assists, all while cutting his rate of turnovers and shooting with remarkable efficiency.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. 25 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
And Durant last season with the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in over a decade. He got to 12 in a row and only stopped his streak because they were blowing out the Nets on the road in the fourth quarter, and they decided to rest him.
And so Westbrook makes them both.
And you look at the incredible numbers for Durant last season. How about this? I mean, the first player since MJ, Michael Jordan, back in '92 to average over 30 points and 5 assists. Wow. While shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, you talk about historic seasons. That's some tall cotton to be hanging out in there.
It's Ginobili with the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ginobili's got 12. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see. Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Here is Splitter, defended by Durant. Parker against Westbrook. Splitter dishes to Ginobili. Just 5 to shoot. Into Diaw. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And the Thunder with some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Ibaka. Collison comes in for Kevin Durant. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker.
Boris Diaw was more aggressive looking for his offense last season, and he's got a lot of it. I thought he shot the ball extremely well. Excellent percentages both from the field, 2-point range, and long range.
Now here's Jones. He dishes it to Morrow. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. San Antonio leading by 4. And here's Mills. Kicks it to Splitter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And DL last season averaging around 9 points a game. That represented a major uptick in his scoring.
Yeah, and it's really not about his scoring either, as you know, Kevin. I mean, he's a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways. Terrific passer, perfect in that San Antonio offense because of his ability to see the floor and pick the defense apart.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
They set the pick. And the pass to Morrow. Shot to stop the run, and that one's good. Morrow's got 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense. And Splitter clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. But with the Spurs in his role, rock solid is good enough.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And so it's San Antonio with it. 3-point lead.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that here in a tight game.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of his shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Here's Morrow. 5 points in the game. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Lamb for the tie. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Diaw, the screen. And here's Mills from the arc. And he gets it to go. Mills has got 6 points.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Oh, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
And for Lamb, really the only physical knock is that he needs to continue to get stronger, get friendly in that weight room. He's still under 200 pounds, and his high center of gravity means he can tend to get pushed around a little bit, but that's nothing that strength won't eliminate. So the weight room has to be his friend.
And Lamb drops them both. And Jeremy Lamb, Steve, sort of a late bloomer. He didn't become a starter until his senior year, in fact, in high school.
Yeah, he was lightly regarded, and even in his 2 seasons at UConn, he battled inconsistency at times, but a solid start to his NBA career. Good size and length and shooting ability.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Splitter. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
For San Antonio, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Well, they were very pleased with their free throw numbers a year ago. They knocked down about 79% from the stripe as a team.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely. You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
Here's Morrow. He has 5. Collison, no good. 1:52 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Mills. He's got 6. Bellinelli passes to Splitter. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio again missing. Oklahoma City's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Collison with the screen for Lamb. Pass to Collison. To the middle. It's tipped. And Lamb kicks to Adams. Here's Jones. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jones has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. Here's Mills, following the score by Oklahoma City. 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Diaw. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Diaw's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Lamb. He's got 10. Passes it to Morrow. And there's another one for the Thunder. And the Spurs with possession here. Ginobili outside. with 1 on the clock, and the jumper falls for him. Ginobili's got 14 points. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. The Spurs shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. Jackson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Duncan. Feeds it to Leonard. Fires from deep. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 6 assists here tonight. Thunder trailing by 3. Westbrook drives in. Right side Westbrook. And he slams it down. Right on top of Tim.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And San Antonio has possession. The Thunder making the shot. And Diaw kicks to Green. Parker outside. Thunder with the rebound. Durant with it. Now Green defending on the wing. Jackson. He kicks to Westbrook. Off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They trail by 1. That's good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Parker outside. Back to Duncan. Pulls up on the elbow. And good. He nails it. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now here's Westbrook. Dishes to Collison. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
The defense starting to falter. I think we're seeing some tired legs there, Clark.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Duncan with a screen on Westbrook. Green against Jackson. Diaw, the screen. Green kicks to Parker. Clock at 6. That one a little long. The Thunder have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Westbrook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Russell Westbrook returning last season from a torn meniscus suffered in the first round, Steve, of the 2013 playoffs.
Yeah, and you know, the injury ended up requiring 3 different surgeries over an 8-month span, so a real scare for the Thunder. Fortunately, you know, he came back and looked fantastic in the playoffs, and so there's less concern now over Westbrook's long-term health.
And Westbrook is a player not only known for his explosiveness, but also his durability. He hadn't missed a game due to injury ever, dating back to high school. But a freak accident, that collision with Patrick Beverley, really took it out of his hands in terms of his consecutive games played streak.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And for Westbrook, the prognosis from his meniscus repair is supposed to be good. He certainly looked explosive. Here's hoping that knee remains healthy. You'd love to see a great player at his best.
Now here's Parker. Here's Duncan. Hits the jump hook. Duncan's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing him do. You know, but he hasn't had his usual impact offensively. I'll tell you what, he needs more touches.
Here's Westbrook. Duncan with the block, and they get it back. Perkins with the bucket.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Now here's Parker. Pass to Diaw. Outside Leonard. Parker outside. Lots of room. And that one swishes right in. Parker's got 9 points now in just the second half. For Oklahoma City, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Duncan left side. Back to Parker. Baca against Duncan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
That free throw, no good. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And, Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience. They build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
Now Parker following Durant's three-point attempt. 14 feet away, and Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Parker. And that's 10 points for Tim Duncan.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
And for the Thunder and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but, Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen, but they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And then you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it.
Very true.
Some of it, you know, it's not always all science. There's a little art involved in this team too. But they've got quality people making good decisions, and it's paying off on the court.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes, Clark.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Tony Parker. Thunder have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. It's Jackson with the drive, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a
Come on.
blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well,
shaking his head.
you know what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though. And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Now here's Duncan. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. The Thunder leading by 4. Now here's Westbrook. Durant wide open. He fires. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 19 points for Kevin Durant.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Duncan left side. And there's the feed to Leonard. The drive by Green. Duncan trying to break loose. And that one's good.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
Oklahoma City has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Outside Durant. There's the three. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Diaw, the screen. Parker passes to Duncan. The dish now to Diaw. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. Splitters checked in.
Spurs. Thiago Splitter.
Long range from the inbound. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jackson down low. He's covered by Leonard.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
They get it back, and that one's good. Duncan.
He is not going to stop battling until that final whistle blows. What a putback.
Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Ibaka with a screen on Parker, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 39.
Another good look there, and that's his 2nd three-pointer of the game.
Spurs trail by 5. Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Releases. And right on target. Good. Parker's got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championships.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season. This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Jackson misses.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Leonard dishes to Parker. Ginobili the pass to Parker. No good on the triple. The Thunder leading by 5. Kicks it to Perkins. Outside Westbrook. For 3, Durant. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Duncan with the screen for Parker. Back to Ginobili. Parker kicks to Splitter. He dishes it to Parker. The rebound by Ibaka. Oklahoma City's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Double team on Westbrook. Left side Westbrook. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, even with the double team, he had the vision to find the open man.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. Parker dishes to Leonard. There's a good screen. It's Parker with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Parker's got 15 points in just the second half. The Thunder leading by 5. Durant just inside the line. Goes back up. Cannot hit. And the Spurs going the other way now. Parker with it. Westbrook picks him up. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Jackson kicks to Durant. Fires from the wing. Buries it.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Parker drives in. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Second team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
The Spurs have not defended well against Jackson.
He's got 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
Count it! And now they trail by just 4. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I think they have to go for a 3 right now, don't you, Clark?
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice but to go for the 3, Steve.
Ginobili against Jackson. No good from Ginobili.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
5th personal foul. 5th team foul. 2 shots from the line of Russell Westbrook.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now Mills lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Outside Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, guys. Kevin, what was so drastically different about this team's defense in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. And they're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint. So we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder. And we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Well, you certainly locked them up. Thank you, Kevin. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.